Hi, I'm Tom Deckert here at Soniscope Studios, and we're going to be doing In Studio today with Children of Adam. Tom Deckert here at Soniscope Studios with Children of Adam. Thanks so much for being here, guys.
Yeah,
Thanks for
Feel free to introduce yourselves to the camera.
I'm Josh. I play the drums.
Hi, Tom. My name's Miles. I play bass.
I'm Shane. I play keyboard.
I'm Michael. I sing and play guitar.
Thank you guys so much for being in here. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
I absolutely love your guys' band.
Thank you.
So it was pretty. This was probably one of my favorite episodes. I can already tell it's going to be rad. So let's talk a little bit about the inception of the band. Whose idea was it to start it? Kind of mission statement, stuff like that.
I originally started the band 20... I don't even remember.
20 years ago.
20 some odd years ago, 20, 30 years ago.
Has it been that long?
Yeah. So far back, I can no longer remember.
The dust of your memories just kind of...
Yeah.
2014, right?
Yeah, that sounds
Yeah.
accurate. We'll defer to that.
7 years ago, give or take?
Yeah, something like that. It was with a couple different dudes. These guys were not present. The band was worse for it, unfortunately.
I am a gift.
No, we've done a little bit of lineup change in the last couple years and kind of settled into a good group that we can kind of go out and tour and write cool music and
Cool.
jive with. But yeah, we're just kind of sci-fi rock is what we call ourselves.
Sci-fi rock. I can dig that.
Space rock, stoner rock,
I'm very into
all that
That's
kind
awesome.
of bluesy goodness. So
So what were a couple bands you were like if you had to pick 3 bands that influenced this one, what would you guys consider?
I would say, for me, kind of originally, it was the 2 main ones were probably like Queens of the Stone Age and The Doors. And we also just kind of started off like jamming Megadeth songs because it's something that we had in common and that we all kind of knew. So all 3 of those are kind of amalgamated in there. But since then, I feel like we've kind of added more. We're a lot more eclectic.
Little
as far as-
disco-y, little groovy.
Yeah. it got
Everything changes based on the members.
Yeah.
a little bit, yeah.
Bring something
yeah.
new.
And just,
Well,
over
and this
time.
particular lineup seems to have such a vastly different taste in music overall that it kind of just mixes together into what because I remember the earlier lineups of Children of Adam. And before Josh joined, before anyone else joined, because you played with our band Over Sand Stone a lot, and
Which I miss.
it seems like a completely different band. Honestly, it does. Since this particular lineup has gotten together, and I think that kind of just is because of the influences that all of us have mixing together like that. It is completely different than the initial Children of Adam, I think.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I would absolutely agree. And that and just honestly just how much more dedicated everybody is and really just into it and want to be part of it.
More of a group.
More of a group, more, everybody putting stuff in more so than, I'm not the only musical contributor anymore. So that helps a lot with, I think, really making us a whole lot better. So.
She was lying spread out on the floor, playing with daddy's pistol. Naked as and pressed up against your skin eyes, looking dead at disco. Here she comes, crawling across the bed, your hair, like I'm leaning out of the again. She's a hopeless neck, romantic love, you can't put a fish right now. She know I swear she could never in the sky. She's looking for a new place, somewhere to sink her teeth in. I like to play on fast hands, but your love and embrace is a tightening news. So hold me closer and say my name. I'm getting lost within your labyrinthine game. Here she comes, floating across the floor. You got no idea what she has in store for you. I play the end. Once you got a taste, you can't get enough. Ashes to ashes, baby, just to know.
guys have going on, either recording-wise or anything you're about to release, have released that you want people to go check out? Anything like that in the works currently?
Yeah, I think the last thing we released was our cover of Mississippi Queen.
Which you guys
Right.
played for us today.
Yep.
Yes.
And then we're getting ready to release Bloodlust.
Yeah, Bloodlust Boogie will be our next release, which we also played for you today.
Excellent. That'd be pretty great for everything.
So we don't have a hard date on that yet, but we are
It's
very,
coming.
very
You guys
close.
doing it yourselves? You going to
Yeah.
somewhere?
Yeah,
Yeah, we've
fully
been
self-recording, yeah.
Exciting.
Yeah, we had a plan to release it sometime last year, but because of all the everything, plans fell through.
That's relatable.
Yeah, so we've been slowly kind of been releasing it ourselves, kind of taking more time with it, getting it exactly where we want it, kind of going back to the drawing board a little bit.
Makes sense. And as far as I know, no gigs booked for the next future. Or anything
Yeah,
like
not
that.
yet.
Fair enough. You never know. Some people are either
Already.
doing other shows like this, or who knows.
Right.
Yeah, we're just kind of honing in as far as recording at this point, making sure everything's kind of ready to go, and definitely looking into getting some things booked in the near future, but
Exciting.
nothing yet.
Exciting. Let's talk about gear. Because you guys have that particular sound. What would you say makes it this sound? What are the things that you use to have your creative tools?
Stuff.
A lot of it, I
Lots.
feel like, is that they both have massive pedal boards. And
Multiple pedal boards. In some-
yeah, that alone, man, it just drives the sound. And then when you throw in some
13
just like
fuzzes and-
good keyboard organs and Rhodes and stuff like we've been working on.
Well, let's
little
talk
synth
about
stuff.
your keyboard setup, because it
Sure.
is very DIY.
Yeah, it's
'Cause I think they'll be able to see in the video footage that
yeah, it's
borderline dangerous.
Yes.
kind of a hazard, but you know that it kind of.
Don't grab the loose wires.
Yeah.
Just don't grab the loose wire or the big spinning thing.
Yeah.
That would
And
be-
see that this is kind of a new kind of new ground for how I'm kind of playing rig wise, because I haven't before. I was just doing DI. I run MainStage on my computer, which is a software emulation platform that you can get all kinds of different emulations of really killer instruments. And so basically I run it through MainStage, and I was doing DI for a long time, just into whatever I go, wherever we play. I just go, here's a stereo signal into the board. And then I found that crazy Leslie speaker on Craigslist for free. And so I was like, I could probably get that and run my rig through that, and it'd just be great. So I put that on top of my Orange, and
Do you run through like a head or anything, or is it just?
it's so the Leslie has a speaker, like some vintage organ speaker,
Right.
and then I plug just like right now just solid state amp into that speaker, just like a 15-watt pawn shop amp. I don't even know what it is,
Nice.
but it sounds pretty decent.
Works
and
enough.
Yeah, so I just plug that
Doesn't
in.
electrocute you.
And the worst part of it is the way that thing's wired. All of the wiring is exposed right on the on switch. So that's safe. But I didn't kill myself this time. So
Oh, this time.
This time.
Yeah.
So you've had to reanimate yourself a few times
Yeah.
for other things.
well, we
I know
can't-
CPR. So.
Yeah, we
Oh,
can't
good.
really discuss too
That's
much
good.
of that.
Yeah,
but-
there's a baseball bat in the truck for a reason.
That's your guys' version of CPR.
Yeah, he's good. He's good.
You should just use your V.
Exactly, yeah. I
Gets
don't want to
home.
hurt the V, though. honestly.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
Just gives whole new meaning to beating a dead horse.
Beating a dead keyboardist.
Mississippi Queen, if you know what I mean. Mississippi Queen, she taught me everything. Way down around Big around Louisiana way. There's a little Cajun lady up on the Mississippi Queen. You know she was a dancer. She blew a was losing mine. She was a dancer. She moved that on wine. All the rest of them fools think they're getting their kicks. Oh, you think your partner now was getting mine? Whoa, Mississippi Queen.
So, as Josh and Shane, you both know, one of the main staples of my radio show that I used to have was to ask, what is the greatest triumph you've had playing live? And also, what's your biggest bomb? What is the worst you've ever... And this can be collectively or individually. It's your guys' call. If you have the best or worst story, I want to hear it.
Okay, so I got one, but it's for Oversea Under Stone. It's a
Perfect.
different project, so Shane can't use this one, but he was there. He can back me up. So we played in Idaho at the Hogfish,
Oh, yeah.
and
This story is already...
I think I told you this one on your radio show, but the rest of the bands were like hardcore metal bands, and everybody there was there to see them. They weren't there to see us. We were just kind of on
Now
the
define
set.
hardcore metal, like, because they're not just like intense fans. Define.
Yeah, no,
define
like
that.
like Meshuggah, like death metal, screaming vocals, like all that stuff. And Osis was more like a psychedelic, jammy
Right.
rock band.
Mellow
Yeah, pretty mellow mostly.
in comparison.
In comparison, definitely. And we debuted our new song. I think it was The Maw, or it was Astral Planes. But just this, it takes a long time to build up to get into the song, and then it takes a long time going out.
I remember playing 4 songs on the radio show, and they were all 7 minutes.
Yeah,
or something,
yeah.
or
7 to 8 minutes is an average for us. And this one's on the longer end of that. Big intro, big heavy vocal middle, big long instrumental outro.
Right.
And we're jamming it. It's the first time we played it live, and we finished the song like it's perfect. We did it great to silence. Just like everybody was just staring at us like. And then we go look at each other. All right, next song. Okay, here we go. We got 10 more
It was
minutes
the
of this.
worst.
Yeah.
It
It
was
was
the
pretty funny.
worst.
It was pretty funny.
Well, at least with one song, you took out half your
Yep,
set
about
time,
half
so
the
there's
set.
that.
Biggest like setback or failure. Oh
Biggest
man,
bomb.
yeah, bomb. Oh man, the bomb. I would say the entirety of the band that I was in before this was. I loved most of the members in that band, but there were a lot of struggles with a particular member, and it was just not a good fit. It's just not my thing. So I had fun with a lot of the people, but it was a good year of being a bomb. Like that sounds so mean to say. I love those guys, but goddamn, like, fuck.
Fair enough, mate. Shane?
I guess there was like a show when we were in like Portland, or I think it was like at the East Side bar, where they like the sound was terrible. Like it
Not a
was
sound.
bad.
It was-
It was
Whatever you
what's
guys
worse
plug
is
in.
it was like one of first 4 or 5 shows I ever did with you guys, and then on top of that, the sound guy had the organ going through the PA louder than everything.
Through the whole bar.
And the worst part is every time I'd turn it down, he'd turn it back up. So I
He's
was
really
like
liked it.
turning it down,
You
and
were
it
his
sounded
favorite.
It was sounding terrible. It sounded so bad. We had a video camera in the audience, and it sounded so bad. All you couldn't hear drums. That's how loud the keys were. And like everyone kept looking at me like it was my fault. I'm just like, I don't know, man. This guy's just.
Like, who does this keyboard think he is?
Yeah.
Really digging
It
what
was
you were
bad.
playing.
One of these days we might release a video of that, and
Just
you'll
that.
see.
Nice.
I mean, it's not as bad as I described, but it felt pretty horrible in the moment, you know.
One time when we were playing the Knitting Factory, I tried to jump up on the drum riser, only to find out that it was much higher than they usually have the drum riser. And so I kind of face planted into Josh's drums, and he looked really scared at the time. What are you doing? But nobody else seemed to notice, though. Like, me and Josh noticed. I was like, oh, you know, I was kind of cracking up that I'd even done it. And nobody else noticed. They just thought I was whatever. So banged the shit out of my shins on it.
I just remember you doing it and then immediately like grabbing your shin like in the middle of the second. Like, is he all right?
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good bomb
Yeah.
there. Just broke your legs on the riser. Pretty good there.
We like to live dangerously.
Yeah.
I also. So I think we'll wrap it up with some questions about the album. So how many tracks do you guys think you're going to do, and about how long is it going to be?
It will be a full-length album. I think we've got, I want to say 7 tracks on there now.
So define full length, like 40 minutes, 45, an hour?
40, 45, yeah.
Solid.
Somewhere in that realm.
Decent. I like that.
Yeah, we originally put it together because within that time constraint, because we had vinyl pressings that we were going to make through a record company. So we're like, okay, we got time constraint. We got to work within that realm. And so those are the songs we have. So those are the ones that are ready. So yeah, that's what's going out. Even though we don't have the vinyl opportunity at the moment because of everything that happened in this last year. So.
Yeah.
COVID kind of shut that down right off the bat. So the label's not really in a position at the moment, I don't think.
Makes sense.
But these things happen.
Yeah.
Eventually.
Yeah,
maybe.
Exactly.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for being here. It's been a blast, and I can't wait to see how everything turns out. And
Yeah, it was great.
Thanks
one
for
more
having
time,
us.
I'm Tom Deckert. This has been In Studio with Children of Adam.
Hi, Tom.
Hi, Miles.
Shadows by the firelight. God damn, is it really him? Darling, do you really wanna be my friend? Oh yeah. Stars are falling tonight in the air. Oh, baby, just the enough. Your sensation on a